That's hitting a lot of Australian companies with a double whammy. They've got low commodity prices and the costs are blowing out. Santos has had the same problem. So it's a very, I mean, it's actually, that is unique to Australia.
Yeah, and it's huge cost blowouts, isn't it? You know, like with Olympic Dam, it was originally going to be, what, a $5 billion project, and they're talking it could be $20, $30 billion. It's extraordinary.
But you'd have to think in terms of returns, return on invested capital, we've seen the best for these guys, a lot of these guys. I mean, what they're doing now, increasing supply with increasing costs, they may be shipping more volume in 5 years' time, but they're going to have much skinnier margins on it. Still profitable, but the glory days, in some sense, I think, is behind them.
I suppose it's not surprising we're seeing defensives on equity markets so strong when you've got bond yields at zero or close to zero around the place, 1%, 2% bond yields. I mean, the whole mindset of investors across the board is defensive.
That's right. Well, and we've got obvious risk. I mean, we're in the midst of the 19th Euro Summit. My own view is we're bound to have a 20th. I can't see that this summit's going to be the one that gets us on the path to really the end game in Europe. And what's really making it more difficult there and adding a new element of unpredictability is those pesky voters. Every time the voters are having a say, they're throwing a spanner in the works.
I mean, Jerry, you're an Uber bear. I don't know if you're a perma bear, but I mean, what will it take to fix things up? Is it more monetary expansion?
The trouble is we are deflating a credit super cycle of unprecedented height and breadth. And don't even get me started on the US, because I think there's real recession risks there next year. But Europe is the flashpoint for this year. I can't see that the politicians will take the steps at this summit to solve it. I actually think you need an even bigger crisis to make the politicians do the right thing. Things have got to get worse before they get better.
Well, I can't get you started on the US, Jared, unfortunately, because that's where we'll have to leave it for this week. Thanks to our guests, Tom Elliott, Adele Ferguson, Jared Minack. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for your company.